Yoga means union, union of body, mind and spirit. With union comes balance. Through the daily practice of simple yogic postures, you will increase your stamina, strengthen your body, become more supple, more relaxed, and you will begin to experience serenity of mind. In this hectic world, the ancient art of yoga offers a way to balance. Each posture is designed to work deeply and consistently on an area of the body. You could liken it to an internal massage. It does not just work on muscle strength and flexibility, but on the internal organs of the body. You will be surprised how quickly consistent practice will give substantial results. Beyond the performance of postures is a state of mind and a way of being based on greater self-esteem and creativity. Yoga is a joy. Yoga is for everybody. Enjoy yourself.
Hi, welcome to the Beginner's Yoga class. I'm Louisa and this is Rachel.
Hi.
We'll be teaching and demonstrating for you the poses today. Remember, yoga is for everybody, so don't be discouraged. If you can't keep up, just go at your own pace.
Or if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Or if you want to do any more of one posture, please do. Remember, the more you do a posture, the more you gain in strength and flexibility. And keep to the sequence because that's important.
And always keep the breath flowing, smoothly and continuously in and out through the nose. Breath is the key for good concentration.
Breath is life, and yoga is about letting more life energy into your body.
We recommend that you practice at least 4 times a week. The early morning and the evening are the best time for practicing. Consistency of the practice gets the best results.
Always practice on an empty stomach.
In the early stages, it doesn't matter if you only move a small amount in the pose. The most important thing is that you do the pose accurately.
So let's begin and enjoy yourself.
The first pose we will do is Virasana, the hero pose.
We place the buttocks between the legs. We roll the calf muscles out, and we have the whole back of the foot pressed against the floor, especially the big toe and little toe side of the foot. Let's lift and lengthen out of the hips, straightening the whole spine. Don't concave the lower back. Opening the chest, shoulder blades and kidneys into the back.
If you're finding this pose a bit difficult, you can take a blanket, fold it, and place it underneath your buttocks. And then relax into the pose.
Okay, let's do a little bit of breathing. Let's clasp the hands together and breathing out and concaving the spine. Inhalation, bringing the arms all the way up, lengthening the whole torso. And exhalation, opening up the chest. And inhaling, placing the hands on the knees. And exhalation, extending forward. And inhaling, extend the arms all the way up. And again, exhalation, really opening up the chest, breathing into the upper part of the body. And again, inhaling. And exhalation, concaving the spine. And inhalation, really lengthen left and right sides of the torso. And exhaling, really opening up the chest. And inhalation. And exhaling. And inhaling. And exhaling. And inhaling.
Virasana is one of the only yoga poses you can do straight after a meal. It helps the sluggish digestion. It also helps to cure flat feet and stretches your knees.
Okay, let's go into the next position. We bring the big toes together behind us and the knees come wide. The buttocks remains back to the heels. We soften in the groin. We lift and lengthen out of the hips and let's extend forward. Walking the fingertips as far as we can forward, opening up the chest and forehead down. Keep softening in the groin, allowing the pubis to come closer to the floor. And lengthening the whole spine. We want to elongate all the vertebrae. Okay, let's walk the fingers in. And let's be ready for the next pose.
Adho Mukha Svanasana, the dog pose.
Rachel's going to demonstrate the next pose so we can all have a good look at how it's done accurately before we all do it together. Okay, we start on the floor. The knees are the same width as the hips and the hands are the same width as the shoulders. Let's take the buttocks back to the heels. We turn the toes under and we extend the hands as far as we can forward, locking the elbows, and the forehead comes to the floor. So we try and lengthen the whole spine in this position. Okay, breathing in, and as we exhale we raise the tailbone up, so we come up into the full dog pose. Okay, so the points that we need to be working on, we need to keep lifting the tailbone up as we lengthen and elongate all the vertebrae, so we want the whole spine to be perfectly flat. From the hands, we work up. We press the palms firm into the floor, especially the thumb and the forefinger. And we extend up the inner and the outer arm, locking the elbows hard. We roll the outsides of the shoulders around towards the chest. Shoulder blades and kidneys coming to the back as we open up the chest on the front of the body. And we work the legs by pulling up the kneecaps and pulling up the thigh muscles as hard as we can, and the heels we extend hard into the floor. Pressurize the big toe and little toe side of the foot, so the whole body is activated. Relax the head and the neck, and just keep breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, let's do it all together. Okay, so again we start off with the knees hip width apart. We turn the toes under and we extend the hands out in front. Locking the elbows, buttocks back to the heels and forehead down. Okay, breathing in, and as we exhale, let's raise the tailbone high. Lift the tailbone as high as we can and extend the heels into the floor. Lift and lengthen the whole spine so we elongate the vertebrae. The outsides of the shoulders roll around towards the chest so we widen the shoulders. The shoulder blades and the kidneys come into the back. Lock the elbows, pressurize the thumb and the forefinger onto the floor. Relax the head and relax the neck. Keep extending the heels into the floor, pulling up with the kneecaps and the thigh muscles. So the whole body is activated. Breathing in and out smoothly and continuously through the nose. Just work with the breath. Keep lifting with the tailbone, working the legs. Okay, just staying in the pose just a little bit longer, a couple more breaths. Okay, let's walk the feet into the hands, interlock the elbows, and we rest. Uttanasana, this is the resting position.
Uttanasana, the resting pose.
Okay, so in this position, we want the hip in line with the heel, so this is one straight line. The kneecap, thigh muscles are still pulling up, so the whole leg is activated. And then the torso just lengthens from the hips. We lengthen the front of the torso, pubis to the sternum on the front of the body, and from the bottom here, right to the base of the neck. This is light and lengthening with the torso. Forearms and elbows, we extend towards the floor. And evenness of weight is really important. So ball and heel of the foot is even with weight. And also big toe and little toe side of the foot. Okay, so it's just a resting pose. The whole body is soft but open at the same time. Okay, let's come back into the dog pose. Okay, again, let's fully extend into the dog pose. Relax the head and the neck, crown of the head heading towards the floor. Lifting the tailbone high. The front of the chest is opening. Shoulder blades, kidneys into the back. Thigh muscles, kneecaps pulled up, and extend the heels into the floor. And keep the breath flowing, in and out through the nose.
The dog pose rejuvenates the whole body. More blood flows to the brain cells because the upper body is extended. There's no strain on the heart and fatigue disappears. The calves and ankles are stretched and the wrists and forearms are strengthened. Remember, in this pose, your breath is the key to increasing your stamina.
Okay, let's walk the feet into the hands, interlock the elbows, and resting, Uttanasana. Keep working the legs, and just lengthening the torso.
This pose tones the liver, spleen, and kidneys while slowing down the heartbeat.
Just taking a few breaths, softening with the abdomen, forearms, elbows to the floor.
Stomach pain is relieved, and women may find this pose relieves menstrual cramps.
Okay, let's slowly roll up, and we can do the next pose.
Trikonasana, the triangle pose.
Okay, we'll demonstrate again with Rachel so we can all see how the pose is done before we all do it. So we start with the hands clasped together, breathing in, and as we exhale, we jump the feet wide apart. Okay, to start off with, we need the feet parallel to each other. Okay, let's turn the right foot out. Okay, and it's very important that this right heel, if we were to draw a line down, would be in line with the middle arch of the left foot. We try and have the hips even to the front. We work the legs strongly. In the standing poses, the bottom half of the body is the foundation. So the pelvis and the legs are doing all the work, and the torso lengthens out of the hips and is light. We extend through the arms and the fingertips, shoulders come down away from the ears, so this is relaxed, plenty of space around the neck. Okay, breathing in, and as we exhale, let's extend out to the right. We come out as far as we can, and then we take the right arm down and the left arm up, palm facing forward. Okay, what we have to watch is, what happens a lot is the torso comes forward and buttocks back. We need to take this left hip back, tuck the tailbone under, and open up this side of the chest, so we want the whole body in one straight line. So some of you might have the hand to the ankle.
Or if that's a bit difficult, you can always place your hand on the knee.
So it doesn't matter how far you are in the pose, just work at your own pace. Keep extending the arm up, the chin comes into the chest, and we turn the head, we look up at the left arm. So just keep working the legs strongly, opening up the front of the pelvis area as we work this left hip back and opening up the chest. Okay, let's do it all together. Okay, we start with the feet together, big toes and ankles together. Breathing in, bringing the palms together, and as we exhale, we lightly jump the feet wide apart. Okay, having the feet parallel to each other, let's turn the right foot out. So being really aware of the alignment of the body. The right heel again is in line with the middle arch of the left foot. Breathing in, and as we exhale, let's extend out to the right, only coming as far as you do without bringing the torso forward. Right arm down and left arm up. The chin comes into the chest and we look up at the left thumb. We keep pulling the left hip back, opening up the left side of the chest, and we really squeeze the inner buttocks and tuck the tailbone under. And we really open up the front of the pelvis area as we do this. We pull up with the kneecaps, thigh muscles, so the legs are working really strongly. And really extend and pressurize this big toe side of the foot down, so we extend up the inner leg. Keep lengthening the torso, opening the chest. Keep the buttocks activated and the legs working strongly as they are the foundation in the standing poses. Breathing in and out through the nose.
This pose opens up the hips and the chest. It tones the legs and increases strength in the ankles. As Louisa said, the legs are the foundation, and working strongly in this pose will increase your willpower.
Okay, inhalation, coming all the way up. Both feet to the front, and let's turn the left foot out. Again, left heel in line with the middle arch of the right foot. And remember to have quite a wide stance. Breathing in, and as we exhale, extend out to the left again, really lengthening out of the hips. Left arm down and right arm up. Chin into the chest, looking up at the right thumb. Really squeeze the buttocks, pull the right hip back, open up the right side of the chest, lengthen the torso. And these outsides of the thighs roll around towards the buttocks. Kneecaps, thigh muscles pulled up, evenness of weight, big toe side of the foot, little toe side. And continue the breath evenly and smoothly, in and out through the nose.
If you feel some strain in your neck, just relax it if you need to.
Okay, inhalation, coming all the way up, both feet to the front, and lightly jump the feet back together.
Vibhadrasana 2, the warrior pose.
Okay, Vibhadrasana 2. Breathing in, and as we exhale, again jumping the feet wide apart. Okay, let's turn the right foot out. Okay, make sure it's a wide stance. Extend through the fingertips, shoulders down away from the ears. Breathing in, and as we exhale, we bend the right knee. Legs are strong. We want to form a right angle. Right knee in line with the heel, right knee in line with the hip. So it's quite a lunge when we come down. These thighs roll around towards the buttocks. Kneecap, thigh muscle pulled up strongly. Lifting out of the hips, opening the chest, we turn the head and we look over the right fingertips. Keep the buttocks activated, tailbone tucking under. Again, the bottom half of the body is the foundation, so working it strongly, the torso is light.
The strength of this pose tones the stomach, buttocks, and leg muscles.
Okay, inhaling, coming all the way up, both feet to the front, and let's turn the left foot out. Check the alignment. Left heel in the middle arch of the right foot. Breathing in, and as we exhale, bend the left knee. Check, left knee, left heel, left knee, left hip. Activate the buttocks, tuck the tailbone under, rolling the thighs around towards the buttocks. Right kneecap locked, right thigh muscle pulled up. Open the chest, lift out of the hips, and turn the head looking over the left fingertips.
If you keep holding this pose for as long as you can, you'll find that your strength really increases. And keep the energy flowing down through your foot and into the floor, because that's your foundation.
Okay, breathing in. Straightening the leg, both feet to the front, and lightly jumping the feet together.
Vriksasana, the tree pose.
The tree pose. Okay, let's take the hands on the hips, and let's raise the right heel off the floor, finding stability on our left leg. Let's take hold of the right ankle, and let's place the right sole of the foot into the left thigh, pressing it in hard. Let's keep the hips even to the front, and let's work this right knee back. As we do that, tuck the tailbone under, activate the buttocks, and just keep working the right knee back without moving the hips from the front. Don't compensate with the hips. Okay, let's lift and lengthen out of the waist with the torso. Okay, let's turn the palms out. Breathing in, let's bring the arms all the way up, lengthening left and right sides. Okay, exhaling, hands on the head. Elbows back, opening up the chest. And let's just look straight ahead at eye level, focusing on something to keep our stability.
If you're finding this pose a bit difficult, you can always go over to the wall and use it to help you with your stability.
Shoulder blades, kidneys into the back, opening the chest. Keep working the right knee back, activating the buttocks, locking the left kneecap, and keep the focus happening. Keep completely focused on the posture and awareness on the breath. Okay, breathing in, bringing the arms all the way up, and exhalation, arms and leg down. Okay, just feeling stability on both the feet before we go on to the next side. Okay, let's raise the left heel off the floor this time. Okay, let's take hold of the left ankle and let's place the left sole of the foot into the right thigh, pressing it in hard. Again, hips to the front. Let's keep moving this left knee back, activate the buttocks, and tucking the tailbone under. But don't compensate with the hips again, just move this knee back by itself, and lift and lengthen out of the hips. Okay, palms out, breathing in, extend the arms all the way up, lengthen the whole torso. And exhaling, hands on the head. Elbows back, shoulders, kidneys into the back, and chest open. And again, focusing at a point in front. At eye level, don't look towards the floor or towards the ceiling, just straight ahead. And keep the mind completely focused on the pose. And awareness with the breath. And remember that the stability comes from within. We work from the inside out.
The tree is a pose of balance and poise. It calms the mind and works on building up the ankles and the leg muscles.
Okay, inhalation, arms up, and exhaling, arm and leg down. Okay, we'll do the next pose.
Prasarita Padottanasana.
Okay, let's start with the feet together, palms together, breathing in, and as we exhale, let's jump the feet lightly wide apart. Feet parallel to each other. Let's have the tailbone tucked under, lifting and lengthening out of the hips. Extend through the hands. Pull out kneecap, thigh muscles. Okay, let's take the hands on the hips. Breathing in, and as we exhale, let's extend forward. Lifting and lengthening out of the hips as we come down. We want to flatten the whole spine behind us. Keep working, kneecaps, thigh muscles pulled up, and tailbone lifting. Just looking straight ahead to start with. Okay, let's place the hands on the floor. Some of you might be on the palms, some of you might have to come up a little higher on the fingertips, and a lot of you might not come so far.
And so you can put your hands up onto your knees.
Okay. It doesn't matter how far you come forward, the main thing is that the legs are working accurately. They're working strongly, and we just keep lengthening out of the hips so we have the spine straight to start with. So just keep looking forward, lifting and lengthening out of the hips. Keep lifting the tailbone. We want to elongate the whole spine. Opening up the chest on the front of the body, the shoulder blades, and the kidneys coming to the back. And evenness of weight. Ball of the foot and heel of the foot. Make sure the weight doesn't come too far back or too far forward, that we're in one line. Okay, from here, let's go a little bit further and let's lengthen out of the hips, let the torso be light. Take the crown of the head towards the floor. Take the hands back, elbows in line with the wrists. So we're all working at a different level. Some of you might not be coming so far.
This pose aids the process of digestion. It's a rejuvenation pose and also develops the hamstring and adductor muscles.
Keep working the legs and keep breathing in and out through the nose. Working the legs strongly.
If you started this pose, as I did, with your hands on your knees, and you start to feel yourself lengthen, just keep working your hands down your legs with the crown of the head reaching for the floor. But don't strain. Just keep working at your own level.
Okay, let's inhale, coming up to the first position. Again, just straightening the spine, looking up, lengthening out of the hips, and breathing in, bringing the arms all the way up, and lightly jumping the feet back together.
Salabhasana, the locust.
We're doing the second half of the class outside in these beautiful surroundings. But remember, when you're outside, that you have a flat surface and that you're not doing it in the direct sunlight.
As you can hear, we have the sound of cicadas in the background. And that's pretty appropriate because the next pose we're going to do is called the locust.
Okay, let's lie on our abdomen for this pose. Lying flat, let's bring the arms back, palms on the floor, and bringing the forehead down. Okay, let's raise the legs up. Squeeze the buttocks, kneecaps locked, and keeping the legs together. It doesn't matter how far the legs come up, but the legs and the buttocks must be working. Keep squeezing the buttocks and having the legs locked. Feet together, legs together, knees together. Okay, and releasing the legs down, just resting for a moment. Okay, and again, forehead down. Breathing in, and as we exhale, raising the legs up. Keep squeezing the buttocks and working the legs strongly. It's very good for strengthening up the lower back, this pose, so keep working the buttocks and the legs.
Internally, this pose aids the digestion and it relieves flatulence.
Okay, and releasing down. Okay, the next variation, forehead down, breathing in, and as we exhale, let's raise the head, shoulders, arms, and the legs, and the upper chest, looking forward. Keep squeezing the buttocks and working the legs. If you don't work the buttocks and the legs, you're going to take the pressure onto the lower spine. So you must be working all the time the legs and the buttocks. Okay, and releasing. Just turning the head to the side and resting.
Bhujangasana, the cobra.
Okay, the next pose, the cobra. We take the hands underneath the shoulders and the forehead down. Breathing in, and as we exhale, we raise the head, the shoulders, the upper chest, the abdomen, until we're just onto the pubis. We activate the buttocks, work the legs, big toe side of the foot back, and we keep the arms bent to start with. The elbows are close into the side of the body, but keep lengthening the front of the body, opening the chest. Keep working the buttocks and the legs. We're trying to open up the upper chest. Okay, and we're just looking forward. Keep extending and lengthening in the pose. Okay, let's come down. Abdomen, chest, and forehead. Okay, again, breathing in. And as we exhale, let's raise the head, shoulders, upper chest. And this time, some of you can straighten the arms all the way up so we get a nice bend. If you can't have the arms straight, if that's too strong on the back, like Rachel, we keep the arms bent. So just work at that level if that's as far as you get. But otherwise, we have the arms straight, extend the whole front of the body, and taking the head back.
This pose revitalizes the spine by strengthening the lower back muscles and stretching the upper back muscles. The lungs are open and blood flow is increased to the pelvic area, keeping it healthy.
Okay, and let's come down. Abdomen, chest, and forehead. Just relaxing for a moment, turning the head to the side.
Paraponanavasana, the boat.
To balance, we can just use the fingertips. And we come back slightly, we raise the legs up, so we're working on our abdominals here. We keep the knees bent. The knees are in line with the heels. And we bring the arms up, palms facing each other, and we just concentrate on a point in front. So we keep the focus and keep the stability. Keep lengthening the spine and opening the chest.
A great alternative to sit-ups. Just doing this pose a few times brings strength to the stomach and life and vigor to the back.
Staying up just a little bit longer, keep the breath flowing. Okay, and let's just rest for a moment. Just bring the knees close into the chest and lift the spine up. We'll do this a couple of times. Okay, and again, let's come into it. Just using the fingertips to balance. And let's bring the knees up. And the arms. Palms facing each other. And again, focusing in front. It's quite a difficult pose. Don't be discouraged. Just keep trying to keep the balance and the stability happening. Lifting out of the hips, opening the chest. Okay, and again, let's rest. Knees into the chest, lengthening the spine up. Okay, and we'll do it one more time. Okay, so let's raise the legs up. And palms face each other, and let's balance. and keep the focus.
Remember, even in this beginner's version, it's difficult, so challenge yourself to stay in the pose.
Keep the breath flowing. Stay there just a little bit longer. Okay, and resting. Bring the knees to the chest and straightening the spine up.
Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, the bridge.
Take the arms beside the body, palms onto the floor. Let's bring the heels into the buttocks and let's have the feet hip width and parallel to each other. Okay, breathing in, and as we exhale, let's raise the pelvis up. Chin comes into the chest. We raise with the pelvis as high as we can, opening the chest and activating the buttocks. We press the soles of the feet into the floor. The legs and the pelvis are doing all the work, and the torso is lengthening and chest opening.
This pose is a good warm-up for back bend. In the beginner series, we use this pose to build up our adductor muscles and strengthen our lower back. Again, if you keep holding this pose, you'll really build your strength.
Okay, and let's release down. Just take a couple of breaths. Okay, breathing in, and again as we exhale, let's raise the pelvis up. Keep squeezing the buttocks, keep lifting the pelvis high. Okay, and releasing down again. Again, just take a couple of breaths in and out through the nose. And one more time, breathing in and exhalation, raising the pelvis high.
If you feel any strain in your lower back, keep pressing your shoulders into the floor and keep squeezing the buttocks.
And releasing down. And let's just bring the knees to the chest for a moment.
Jatara Parivartanasana, basic twist.
Okay, let's lie back, let's do a simple twist. Okay, let's bring the knees up to the chest and let's take the arms out to the side, shoulder width apart. Let's slowly take the knees up high towards the right shoulder, placing the knees on the floor and the feet, so we're just resting there. We turn the head and we look over the left fingertip. We open the chest and we have both shoulders on the floor. We're trying to lengthen from the left hip to the left lower rib so the left side of the waist becomes long. Working with the breath, breathing in and out through the nose.
The simple twist is a good counterpose to the back bends we've just done. Just relax, it's a really comfortable pose.
Okay, let's bring the knees up to the centre and let's take them over to the left this time, high up towards the left shoulder, resting the knees and the feet on the floor, both shoulders remaining on the floor, turning the head, looking over the right fingertips. Okay, let's lengthen from the right hip to the right lower rib this time, so the right side of the waist becomes long. Okay, knees up to the centre and rolling over to our right.
Vrichasana 3.
Let's press the right sole of the foot into the floor, bending the right leg. Let's have the left leg straight, extending through the left heel, locking the left kneecap and left thigh muscle pulled up. Have the whole back of the leg flat against the floor. Okay, let's lift the spine up. Breathing in, extend the left arm up, really lengthening up the left side of the torso. And as we exhale, let's take it on the outside of the right knee. Let's get a good leverage, palm facing forward. The right hand is behind us. We keep extending up, we breathe in, and as we exhale, we look over the right shoulder. Keep pressing the right sole of the foot down and extending through the left heel. And use the breath, use the exhalation to soften a little bit more and twist the torso around. Soften in the abdomen and open up the chest. Lengthen the front of the body, pubis to the sternum, and on the back of the body, let's take the kidneys and the shoulder blades into the back. Allow the breath to work for you. Stay in the pose just a little bit longer. Keep the breath flowing in and out through the nose. Okay, and releasing. Okay, let's change sides. Right leg straight this time and left leg bent. Press the whole left foot into the floor and this time extend through the right heel. Pull up the right kneecap, right thigh muscle, and let's flatten the whole right leg against the floor. Okay, let's extend the right arm up, really lengthen up the whole right side of the body, breathing in. And as we exhale, taking the right arm on the outside of the left knee. The left hand is behind us this time. Right palm facing forward, breathing in. As we exhale, let's turn over and look over the left shoulder. Keep extending through the right heel, right ball of the foot. Kneecap, thigh muscle pulled up with a straight leg. Keep lengthening the whole spine, opening the chest.
Twisting postures are excellent for freeing up the shoulders. They work strongly on toning the internal organs and massaging the intestines.
Keep breathing through the nose. With the exhalation, see if we can soften a little bit more and twist the torso further around to the left.
This is a difficult posture, but the more you do it, the more you open up.
Okay, and releasing, back to the front.
Janu Sirsasana.
Okay, let's bend the right knee and let's take the right sole of the foot into the left thigh. Let's move this right knee back as far as we can. Okay, let's just even off the torso. We need to turn the hips over this left leg. And as we come down into Janu Sirsasana, what happens is this right part of the torso is risen. So we need to roll this around to meet the left. Okay, but to start with, let's just pull up the left kneecap, thigh muscle pulled up, extend through the left heel, and we either hold onto the foot or, like Rachel, we use the belt. And it doesn't matter how far we come forward. We just want to keep the spine straight to start with. So use the belt. Come right far back on it if you need to. Otherwise, you can come a little bit closer. But just keep lifting out of the hips. So keep lengthening front of the body. The whole back of the spine is straight. Keep working the left leg. And keep lifting up.
If you start to feel yourself soften, you can work your hands down the belt.
Keep lifting out of the hips and keep breathing. Work with the breath. Inhalation and exhalation through the nose. And allow the mind to be completely focused on the pose. Then you'll keep the energy within the body. If the mind wanders elsewhere, you lose the energy from the posture. So let's keep working with the breath and being focused completely on the pose. Okay, let's move all the way down if we can. But for most of you, I want you to just stay where you are with the belt, to keep lifting out of the hips. But for some of you that are a little softer, we hold onto the right wrist, lengthen forward and forehead down.
This pose activates the kidneys and tones the liver and spleen.
Okay, let's lift up again. Just lengthen out of the hips. One more time. Really work the left leg, open the chest, and let's come up. Let's change sides. Okay, the left leg's bent this time. Left sole of the foot into the right thigh. Move the left knee back. Okay, let's extend through the right heel. Right kneecap pulled up, right thigh muscle pulled up. Let's take hold of the leg. So really work out of the hip. We want the whole spine completely flat, opening up the chest on the front of the body. Just keep lifting up to start with. If you're using the belt, just take hold of the belt, go back as far as you like, and keep the spine straight.
All forward bends help to calm the mind. It's often useful to do this posture after a stressful day.
Keep pressing the whole back of the right leg onto the floor. Kidneys, shoulder blades into the back. Okay, and let's come all the way for some of you, but remember when you come down that this left side of the torso, we need to turn it so it meets the right side, so the whole spine is flat behind and not up on one side like so. So let's turn this left side around, take hold of the left wrist and forehead down. Okay, and let's come up a little bit further again. Just lifting out of the hips again, straightening the whole spine. Okay, and releasing.
Paschimottanasana.
Okay, we're up to the last posture. So, for some of us we'll be using a belt, so I'll demonstrate with the belt. We take it around the feet. Okay, we extend through the heels and the ball of the foot. Again, it doesn't matter how far we go. Some of you might be right back here with the belt. Others can be a little bit further. We all want to have the spine straight, so just work with where you are. Kneecaps, thigh muscles pulled up. And again, lifting out of the hips and opening the chest. We want the whole spine completely straight, especially the lower back. Keep lifting out, lengthening front of the torso and the back of the torso.
The most practiced of the forward bends, this pose is full of benefits. It tones the abdomen, rejuvenates the kidneys and spine, and improves the digestion.
So we're sitting right on top of the buttocks bone, so we're lifting right up. Lengthening the waist, elongating all the vertebrae. Okay, let's see if we can walk down the belt a little bit further. Or if you're using the feet, you can take the hands to the sides of the feet. Again, keep extending up. So we're working right into the kidney area here. You should probably feel the kidneys a little bit. Doesn't matter if you feel a little bit of pain in the kidneys, they're just working strongly. And shoulder blades also into the back. Okay, for some of you, you can come all the way down, flat. Lengthening the whole torso across the legs. For the rest of us, let's just keep working with the belt. Keep lifting up, opening the chest.
This pose brings more blood to the pelvic area and the sexual organs function better. Again, for women, menstrual cramps are relieved. If your head is lower than your heart, as you see I am in this pose, your heart will get a good massage.
Keep the breath flowing in and out through the nose. Awareness on the breath. And being completely with the pose again. Mind focused on the posture. Okay, let's release.
Shavasana.
The next pose, which is Shavasana, this pose is actually the hardest pose that there is, because most of us find it very difficult to relax. So it's very important that after we finish the practice, that we take time, at least 5 minutes minimum, to lay down and relax. Okay, so let's lay back. Let the feet fall out to the side, palms of the hands facing the ceiling, and let's bring the chin into the chest, elongating the back of the neck. Having the awareness that the body is even on the floor, left and right sides of the body. The facial muscles are soft and the eyelids are gently closed. On the inhale, breathe in slowly and deeply with the knowing that you are breathing more life into the body. And as you exhale, allowing any tension to leave the body with the outward breath. Keep the breath flowing with your awareness totally focused on the inhalation and the exhalation, allowing the body to relax deeper and deeper with each breath.
Thank you for taking part in this program. We wish you success. If your intention in beginning the program is to create more overall balance in your life, you can be assured with regular practice that you will succeed. Practice with an attitude of joy. Struggle never works. No matter what age, body shape or level you may be, accept where you are and who you are, and the practice of yoga will become an art.